of me, because that's my thing that I tend to do when I'm in a relationship. I just tend to minimize my own needs, which then leads to other stuff. So it's constant.
Yeah, I think that even as time goes by, we tend to, we were talking about this. I hope she won't mind me saying this. She probably won't listen anyway. But my friend was saying that, you know, her partner would put in the effort in the beginning when she would say something, put in the effort, whatever. And then after like a week or two, he gets forgetful and he gets consumed by his own things and work and whatever. And that happens. We're humans and we need, those reminders to like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. There's some people that are also more forgetful and that it doesn't come naturally to them, and that's fine. We're human. And I feel like it's a good thing that you said you reminded your boyfriend in a playful way. And it's so important not to do it in such a way that makes them become like defensive and feel like they're being judged and feel like they're being berated. It has to be in a way like, having, again, you have to normalize having open conversations in your relationship where you don't get upset at each other for voicing what you're feeling or for constructive criticism. And it has to be in a way, you have to deliver it properly and you have to receive it properly to have a normal, healthy communication. So you're talking about the things and you're reminding each other, and that's okay. Babe, you haven't done this in a while and I would really appreciate it and I miss it. And that's that. It happens, especially when you're progressing in your relationship and you're now living together and when like have a child together. Things get lost in the monotonic routine of the day and the week and the month and the year. So yeah, in a partnership you have to remind each other, so it's not getting upset, oh, you didn't do this, you don't do that anymore, whatever. No, it's like, hey, remember when you used to do this? I really miss it. Why don't we put in the effort together and do it? And yeah, and it's just being, I was watching, I'm not sure how connected this is, but I was watching a video the other day, I think it was YouTube or Shorts or whatever it was, where this guy was saying, I asked my girlfriend if she wants me to bring her supper, whatever, from this takeout. And she goes, no, it's fine. Don't go out of your way. It's okay. Are you sure you don't want me to bring it for you? She's like, no, it's okay. I don't want to bother you. I think it was a breakfast, actually, whatever it was. And then he says, so of course I bought her special breakfast. And then, and I brought it for her because I know that she doesn't want to be a burden. I know that she's not going to want to, go out of my way. And so, you have to read the room and you have to learn how to do things even when the other side is like saying, no, it's fine. Never. You have to be that more attentive to these things.
I'm so guilty of that, of not wanting to be a burden, and of not, and any time. So I think I'm aware that I am like this. So whenever, if I say no and the person kind of like acts on that no, then, and I feel upset, I feel that I'm good at kind of just being like, well, I said no, I can't be angry at you because you are just going off of what I said.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of women, I am going to generalize here because I think this is a very female characteristic. A lot of women will tend to say no when actually they mean yes, or the other way around. I don't see that in men as much. So it's something that I work on a lot, and it's something that when I see other women doing it, I was like, you need to also voice what you need. And yes, it's great when he guesses it, but he needs to get to know you before he needs to start guessing it. And anyway, so I am taught, it's, you want to find that balance, but I'm so guilty of that. And when was it that the other day JT was saying he's an amazing cook, and he was like, do you want me to make you some eggs? Like he was in a rush to go and do something. I was like, and he said, do you want me to make you some eggs? And I looked at him and I said, no, it's fine. And he said, is it no, it's fine, you're not hungry? Or is it no, it's fine, I don't want to be a burden? And I looked at him and he was like, I was like, maybe the second one. And he said, if I'm offering to you to make some eggs, it means I'm happy to do so. And so he ended up making the eggs. And I think,
But that's because he knows you really well, and that's the only reason he was able to distinct.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I observed this in myself of just like at the beginning, I made a point of being very clear about everything and owning my needs and things like that. But
Yeah.
now I think I'm becoming a bit complacent in the
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking a step back, which I'm not, I don't know if it's normal or not, but I'm taking a step back. But it also means I'm slipping into my old habits of not wanting to be a burden, of kind of not voicing my
Mm-hmm.
opinions as much and things like that. And so because I was so clear at the beginning, he knows me really well and he can kind of anticipate it, which is great. That doesn't mean
That's an important piece of nugget, by the way.
I know, right?
It is, yeah.
As I'm saying it, I'm like, also as I'm saying it, I'm realizing, oh my God, I'm doing this and I need to make sure that I need to stop doing it. And not take these things for granted. This is very
Yeah.
therapeutic talk we're having for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good. We're realizing important things.
We
And I
are.
think it's like a key point that you just said there, where when you're beginning a relationship, which is why I'm, again, I don't think we just need to be authentic to ourselves. We don't need to pretend to be someone else. So the person actually gets to know us and know who they're falling in love with. But like you have to really be open and communicate what you're feeling, what you need, and that way they get to know you better, so they know how to detect these things better. And men, we love them dearly, but they can be very terrible at this.
Yeah.
And you know, they can be completely oblivious. You can be having raging a storm inside you and they won't notice. You can be as passive aggressive as you'd like, a lot of them won't notice. And it's important to tell them, you know how when we were young, I don't know if the kids these days still do that. I remember when we were younger, we used to get a
I'm
text
sorry, how old
from a
are you?
boy. I'm 33, but no, I mean, no, I still feel very young. I like,
I
I
know.
feel very young. Like the other day, someone asked me how old I was, and I was like, wait, how old am I? I had to think about it for a minute. Anyway, digressing. When I was younger, you know, we were teenagers, I mean, so we would get a text from a boy and we would, you know, or even in our early 20s, and we'd start analyzing and micro, you know, going,
Yeah.
and you know, boys, men, whatever you want to call them, they sit. I don't know if it's the same these days with boys these days. I don't know, because they're sort of not like they used to be, but whatever. But boys usually